Question number one. Which of the following is the intended primary outcome of the 30th Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework on Climate Change, hosted by Brazil? Statement 1. Finalizing the first legally binding agreement for nationally determined contributions for all developed nations. B. Making COP13 an implementation COP focused on translating global commitment into concrete, measurable outcomes. C. Establishing a new UN body dedicated solely to funding large-scale geoengineering projects in the Global South. D. Achieving a consensus to shift the full financial burden of climate mitigation onto the 10 highest emitting nations. The correct answer for this question is B, that is making COP30 an implementation COP. That is earlier schemes and programs which was launched during earlier COPs, that is COP 28, 30 and others. In this COP, all those schemes and programs will be in this COP focus will be in implementation of all those programs and schemes. So statement B is correct. So the primary stated aim of COP30 is the COP30 is hosted by Brazil, which will be held in Belém, a city in Brazil. This means shifting the focus from making new pledges to translating the existing global climate commitments like common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities, etc. Question number 2. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched with respect to the new policy framework for relocation and coexistence in India's tiger reserve? So the correct answer for statement 1 is nodal ministry of this policy is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Statement 2 is the regulatory authority of this scheme is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So the correct answer for this option 3 is tracking mechanism, National Database on Conservation Community Interface, NDCCI. So the correct answer for this question is 1 and 3. That is, this policy framework is launched by Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and main regulatory authority of this scheme is not the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It's the National Tiger Conservation Authority, which comes under the MOEFCC. MOECC collaborates in implementing the framework. The National Tiger Conservation Authority is the existing regulatory authority for tiger reserve whose directives prompted the new framework. NTCA operates under MOEFCC, is main regulatory body for tiger conservation. Statement 3 is correct because National Database on Conservation Community Interface to track relocation, compensation and post-relocation outcomes. Question number 4. With respect to the global goal on adaptation at COP30, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The GZA aims to establish quantifiable, measurable targets and funding for climate resilience. 2. The Baku to Belém Climate Finance Roadmap is the framework to operationalize predictable finance for developing nations. 3. The principles for common but differentiated responsibility and respective capabilities do not apply to the GZA as it is a non-mitigation goal. So the correct answer for this question is 2. Only a statement, 2 statement is correct. A statement 1 is correct. GZA aim to establish quantifiable, measurable targets and funding for the climate resilience. 2 is also correct. Baku to Belem Climate Finance Roadmap is the framework to operationalize predictable finance for developing nations. Statement 3 is incorrect because it is responsible for the principle, but it do not this CBDRRC apply to the GGA as a the entire COP30 is aimed to ensure fair, inclusive, and equitable climate transition aligned with the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities. Question number 5. Consider the following statements about radio circles. About odd radio circles. Statement 1. They are immense rings of radio emission that surrounded distant galaxies. 2. The ORC phenomena is a scientific mystery because they also emit a strong X-ray and visible light. Which of the following statement is correct? So the correct answer for this question is 1. That is only statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is incorrect because all radio circles doesn't emit strong X-ray. These ORCs are only detectable through radio instruments. Warsier correctly described vast rings of radio emission that surround distant galaxies. So statement 1 is correct. Varses are mysterious precisely because they are detected exclusively in radio frequencies and have no visible X-ray or infrared emission. About odd radio circle, what is odd radio circle? ORC has a mysterious circular astronomical structure visible only in radio wavelength. They are vast rings of radio emission surrounding distant galaxies, thought to arise from powerful shock waves caused by extreme galactic events such as black hole mergers, massive energy outflows, etc. It was first identified in 2019 through data from the Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder ASCAP telescope, and the characteristic is radio only visibility, circular morphology, immense scale, central galaxy presence. Question number 6. With reference to the Piparahua relics, consider the following statements. Statement 1. An inscribed casket from Piparahua in Brahmi script mentions relics of Buddha associated with Sakya clan. Statement 2. Archaeological evidence suggests that Piparahua Stupa was reconstructed during the Mauryan period. 3. Piparahua provides the earliest and universally accepted archaeological proof of Buddhist relic worship. So the correct answer Piparahua is this site is Piparahua is in Uttar Pradesh of Indian state in Siddharth Nagar district. This area is famous for Kala Namak rice or Buddha rice and have got GI tag from the government of India. So So the correct answer for this question is B. That is only two. Statement 1 and statement 2 is correct and statement 3 is incorrect because this is not the earliest universally accepted archaeological proof of Buddhist relic worship. It has been earlier also have been in some part of India. Also Buddhist this relic worship is found. This site, Piparahua in Uttar Pradesh, was found in 1890, in 1898 by 1898 by it was discovered. This site was discovered in 1898 by William Claxton Peck. This is believed to be an ancient Kapil Vastu, this Piparahua, and Question number 7. Real Craft portal recently launched by the Government of India is primarily related to Statement 1. Online registration and licensing of fishing vessels. B. Real-time monitoring of agricultural market. C. Registration of inland water transport boats. D. Coastal pollution surveillance and reporting. So the correct answer for this question is A, that is online registration and licensing of fishing vessels. This 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 portal is launched by Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying under Government of India. It serves as unified digital system for registration of all fishing vessels under the Merchant Shipping Act 1858, issuance of licenses under the respective Marine Fishing Regulation Acts, coastal estates and union territories. Question number 8. Ricin recently in news is best described as a synthetic nerve agent developed for chemical warfare. B. A radioactive isotope used in nuclear medicine. A fungal toxin affected cereal crops. D. A naturally occurring deadly toxin derived from castor beans. So the correct answer for this question is A. Naturally occurring deadly toxin derived from the castor beans. Ricin is highly potent naturally toxin extracted from the seeds of the castor oil plants. It is a protein that inhibits cell protein synthesis, leading to cell death.